Come, my fellow adventurers, let us all worship Azan so that I may recover my powers and work more miracles tomorrow. And that resounding silence of enthusiasm from the other PCs for worshipping Azan explains the purpose of today's video. In most RPGs, the miracle worker gets no mechanical bonus for drawing in the other PCs, getting the other heroes to also worship their deity or their collection of deities. There is no in-game rules as written benefit to doing this. And this is why when the cleric, the paladin, the miracle worker tries to get the PCs to follow their god, their pantheon, their shambering, be-tentacled mass, the other PCs say, nah, just keep throwing those miracles around you get already. We're sweet. Because, as one wag put it, in most games, getting a healing spell is treated with the same reverence and awe and wonder as ordering a Happy Meal. And if you're doing this, well, stop! Try and treat miracles as something wonderful, as something amazing, as an intrusion of the divine into the game world. It's not something that normally happens. Or if you are playing some weird Baroque game where there are clerics in every street corner or every temple and thing has someone who can work miracles, well, stop playing WoW. Just stop it. Stop it now. You can play a much better game. You can play a fantasy game where the PC miracle worker, whatever their shape they're taking, be they a cleric out of Dungeons and Dragons, an initiate into one of the cults in RuneQuest, or someone with miraculous powers out of a game like GURPS or Savage Worlds. They should be amazing. They should be something significant. They shouldn't just be, oh, well, we can get healing spells from down the road as well. No, make them interesting, make them fascinating. And also, think about giving them mechanical benefits for getting other people on board with their deity, with their divinity. Especially the PCs. The PCs in any typical fantasy game where you have miracle workers are probably some of the most potent and powerful and game-changing beings in the area. And do you think you think a divinity is going to want them on their team? The answer is either one of two choices. It is either yes or hell yes. Who doesn't want a hulking barbarian who can bring the pain and brutalize any unbeliever? Whoever is in your cause will go out and fight mightily in your cause. Who doesn't want a wizard able to work their magic and you can claim it as your own? You want these people on your side. You want them doing what you want. And so you, as a deity, should reward your cleric, your miracle worker, your man on the spot, or your woman on the spot, or your strange reptilian creature on the spot with extra powers whenever they get the PCs on board of them. And it should be an ongoing thing. Yes, you have to pray to Azan today, and the cleric will get more spells. The RuneQuest initiate will get their power points back faster. The GURPS and the Savage Worlds miracle workers will recharge their points faster. Or they will have access to newer spells, or they'll get an increased skill in their spells. Instead of rolling a d6 when they're working their miracles in Savage Worlds, they get a d8. How would that be? If you knew your miracle worker on your party would work better, bigger, and better miracles, if only your PC fell in line, you would see PCs falling in line instead of this namby-pamby, well, we're all sort of wishy-washy agnostics. Because, well, we're all wishy-washy agnostics in real life. We're not really changing too much about what we're playing, but there should be a mechanical benefit. If it is Dungeons and Dragons, think of your typical clerical paladin. Or even nowadays, things like warlocks and druids. They get a set of spells. But unless you're playing one of the early editions of AD&D, which said you had to be in good with your deity, you just, apparently, there's this assumption that you just get these spells. Oh yes, I've gained these levels somehow. Probably I'm murdering things. And now I get this more power. But, yeah, I'm not really sure who I've got at the top of my character sheet where it says deity. What does that say? Bane? Bane? Maybe I worship Bane. Maybe that's what I have a name is. And you should worship Bane, because Bane is a good god in the Forgotten Realms. Well, not a good god, but a great god, an excellent god. A god of tyranny, a god of war, a god of grinding peoples beneath your iron-shod boot. And who doesn't want to do that as a party member? And so you should, if you get more people following you and following Bane, forming your own personal cult of Bane, your own personal band of ass-kickers, your cleric should be getting bigger spells, more spells. They should get them back faster. Maybe they get to recharge a few spells in the day when they get everyone around for a quick prayer session and foot-booting, puppy-kicking session dedicated to the Bane. Because they probably do kick puppies for part of their worship. Because he's just a Saturday morning cartoon villain. We should do something about that. We should do an article about that as well. How most of the D&D villains look like they should be in a Saturday morning cartoon show. Oh no, it wasn't those meddling kids, I was being foiled again. But back to the topic at hand. You should get a mechanical benefit for getting other people on your side. Especially the PCs, because the PCs are powerful people. Peasants, normal people, only count in the case of ties. Sure, it's great if you convert a village, and you should get a bonus for that as well, or a town. You should get some extra power for that. You get them sacrificing to your deity as well, or paying more attention to your deity, or kicking out the rival deity, because they were fools, and their followers were fools, and to the ground with them. If you are a follower of the race of Bane, why are you not? You should, if you grind them into the dust, or you crucify them, or you do something else terrible to them, you should get a bonus for them. Wiping out your enemy religionists should also give you a benefit. Because your god will probably be pleased with that. You wiped out a champion of that fool Ilmata, that stupid tier, that worthless scumbag helm. Those are weak and feeble deities. And you should if you demonstrate your god's power by kicking their followers' asses, then you should get rewarded for that too. Extra spells, extra power. But if you happen to follow one of these namby-pamby, goody two-shoes, saccharine-flavoured guys, well, you should get power for doing whatever namby-pamby, saccharine-flavoured thing they like. Possibly if you bear pain, if you suffer, and if you are knocked unconscious, if you are a follower of Ilmata, the god of suffering and pain, if you actually take some pain on you, you should get a bonus. You hold the line. If you are the last to run, if you are the first into the fight and the last to retreat, or some of those boring good fighter gods, well, maybe you should get a bonus for that. And if you encourage the others to do that too, do not be just a band of cowardly murder hobos, then maybe you get some power for that as well. A god of murders should reward their followers for when they commit murders, and that is why you should worship a god of murders in a game like Dungeons and Dragons, because you are murder hobos. That is what you do. Maybe you should get a bonus for it. But if you follow the god of defending things, you should get a bonus for protecting things. You should get bonus, some mechanical bonus, some reward for building up fortifications, for blessing fortifications. Maybe you're just allowed to bless fortifications. You take the time, the trouble, and you probably spend the gold, because there's always be some spending of gold in there as well, to get the materials, and you bless the fortifications, and maybe those fortifications allow the defenders to be blessed while they are doing them. And maybe you also, or you carry a blessing so long as those walls hold. Think about that. If your character can be under the effect of the bless spell, however that form takes, and your fellow co-religionists in your party are also equally blessed, so long as the walls of your home base hold, you are blessed as long as the walls are blessed. Or if you are a follower of the god of bonking, maybe you get a bonus if you had sex last night. And maybe you get more of a bonus if everyone got naked and busy. You got the entire party worshipping. However, that form of worship may take, your miracle worker PC should get a bonus for it. Because when you put a mechanical bonus into the game, then the players will want to do it. They'll say, hey, there's this extra thing here. You actually get these extra spells if we all do X, Y, and Z. And if the bonuses are really good, then the party will do X, Y, and Z. See if they don't. Thank you. This has been Dymock-Johnson talking about mechanical benefits for faith-based mechanics games.